Okay. All right. So today I have a partner, a student from Gung, so Ted. So Ted's going to help me to finally show a little bit of application. I'm going to start off with building off things that I showed you before, the shifting, and we're going to do slapping. So the kamsao, right? So called kamsao. I did this before. Stepping to the sides, stepping back, and stepping forward. So we just show you some drills and some basic applications. Okay? So when we start, you're just trying to develop your speed and your comfort. The hand should follow through all the way. You notice my wrist is relaxed, right? It's not limp, it's not stiff from this one, it's just relaxed. Okay? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to measure with my thumb 45 degrees up. I'm going to go one hand span to the back of my wrist from here and drop straight down. Okay? You notice my other hand stays up here. Okay? So this is an extension mopunjong that blocks. I'm going to train that from here. Okay? So I'll start off from here, and for right now I'm just dropping my hand. I'm trying to get it relaxed. Okay? So I don't want to go any higher than this. Okay? And this is the full range. If I go here, that's unnecessary, and it's too far. It's too far out of range. So you just do your drills from here. You can measure one hand up, one hand down, one hand up, one hand down, okay? And holding right in the center. Okay? So then from there, I'll start with the left hand, the checking hand, tapping, and I'm going to aim for my own hand. Okay? And I'm going to get my hand out of the way. And this talks to one hand knows where the other hand is. Right? So the checking hand and getting out of the way. Right? So I'm going to ask Ted. So we're talking about this. When you hold the mitt for somebody, don't just hold the mitt, but you're training too. So as Ted is providing the simulated punch, even though it's stationary right now, right? He's going to train this hand, right, to always block the face, whatever block he wants. Mopunjong is a basic block. So start from checking and down, checking and down. Okay. So yeah, so relax. So as we do it to generate the power, one is just using gravity, right? You don't see me lunging, and the other is to twist the waist. So you have to fold into the kwa from here. Okay? So I ask Ted to stand a little bit angle, yeah, right here, and I'm going to start adding this twist to generate more power. So I'll start from here and here. Okay? Now, even though I twist, right, for self-defense purposes, I'm going to stick right in the line. Right? This is not sweeping to the side. So from center line and here, my fingers, I don't tighten here. I don't limp here. But my fingers, notice they're always pointing at Ted. They're always pointing in the center. Okay? So right from here, they can rise. Okay? So the basic drills, okay? From here, just starting here, then adding the tap, then starting to add the leg, the mapu. Okay? And then I can add the tap and slap. So notice where my hand is ending. It doesn't come here. I'm not hitting myself. It just falls right about this angle. Okay? So 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So you start tapping faster and faster. Okay? So that's the basic. And then building on the mapu from before. So I'm going to ask Ted to take one step up. So yeah, with the mitt. So you're standing, yeah, and so you're standing on. You're going to step up and shoot the mitt. Okay. So okay, yeah. So if Ted steps up, I have to step back. Let's take one more step back. Yeah, right to there. So do it slow. Right. So he steps up, check, and shuffle. Okay. So we add the shuffling. The same palm, but we're adding shuffling. Oh, let's come back a little bit. Okay, so hands up, yeah, and then you're gonna shoot this out. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, and I'm looking at him, I'm scanning this way, right? I don't want to stare at the mitt, I don't want to stare at the feet. I want to capture the eyes, I want to look right around the center, but you want to use the peripheral vision. Okay? Okay. So you notice I can start it with my hands down. Yeah. Okay. Or if you want, you can start it with your hands here. Just relax. So I can be from here and just come straight down. Yeah. Again. Yep. Okay, so you add all your mapu. So if he's going to step up, then we're also going to step back. So we'll just start with you hold the mitt out, and then you step back. You step back, so I have to chase you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then you add the variations, right? So he's gonna stationary, present the mitt. Yeah. Okay. And then he's gonna so from here, stationary, and then you step up, and then you step back. Okay. So one more time, stationary, step up, step back. So chase. Okay. And then you just develop it into a drill. So one more time, and then I'm going to ask Ted, I'm going to remind him, yeah, don't just stand there, right? You got to train too. You holding the mitt, you're training too. So what would your stance be, right? Your comfort and all of that, because you're not just holding the mitt, right? So we use the term dummy. The dummy holds the mitt, but you're not a dummy. Don't be a dummy. Train, use that opportunity to feel, learn what the other person's feels like, and you do with different partners. So stationary and back, yeah, and chase. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So that's the basics. Yeah. So Cum Sau is open hand. Technically it's striking with the heel first and ending with the fingertip, and again from here. Okay. So Cum Sau can come out in a lot of different ways. So we'll take this off, and let's see, left hand. Okay, so Ted's wearing. We'll do some light applications against left jab. So I'm using right hand against left jab. Right. So your hands up, just nice and slow. Yeah. Okay, coming down. Yeah. So he's stepping up, so I gotta step back. If I don't step back and he comes in, right, I'd be like this. Right, I'm off balance. I'm presenting my groin to him. He picks up his back leg, right there, right to my groin. Right, so I have to, yeah. So come up. I have to step back, and I can either step straight back, yeah, straight back, or come forward a little bit, yeah, or I can step to the side a little bit, right, from here. Okay. So whatever, again, this hand is coming up, Mo Punjong. This hand is coming down to just about waist height from here. Okay. So the on guard, practical on guard position for us, the way we're taught, right? You don't make form, because if I come at you and like okay, let's fight, right? But you really don't want to fight. You want to diffuse the situation. You want to avoid the fight. If you avoid the fight, then you don't have a chance of getting hurt. Right? You don't play that game like, oh, I'm better than you. Right? So you remove the chance of getting hurt, you survive longer. That's what self-defense is about. So you can practice all these things for speed and whatnot. People would practice hands like here. Yeah? And then you stand here, and the game is, so just slowly throw me a straight punch, right? And from here down, right? The block, or from here, right? Here. And so relax, and you're practicing your speed, you're practicing your form. You practice from here. Okay, so hands from here, not stiff, just relax. So you practice from here, right? right from there. Okay, so right hand comes slowly, right? Left hand comes, right hand here. Yeah. So why like this? People talk with their hands, right? So you practice like this and you think, oh, scenario, right? And I don't stand square to Ted. This is my on guard stance, right? So natural, leading with one leg, right? Whatever is comfortable for you. But just a natural, you have to make it natural, not wide, defensive. You make a wide defensive stance, it becomes offensive for the other person, right? If I'm standing here minding my own business, Ted wants to fight with me, right? He has to engage me, right? So if I'm ignoring him, he has to get my attention, right? Start yelling at me, push me, whatever, right? He's the aggressor, right? If I'm like this, right? You know, like, then he feels like, oh, I have to defend myself. You know, it's an interesting psychological, and everybody else will see that. But if you mind your own business, he has to really think. And if he knows I'm looking at him, he has to really think, yeah, is this the guy to engage or not? So, yeah, and there's, you know, that's a whole nother discussion. Okay, so right now I'm going to practice like this, just hands up, just like talking. You know, we're talking, and then he comes in, step to the side and down. My hand is automatically here. Okay, here's again. So from here, right? Watching and scanning. One more time. There. Okay. So you got to practice both ways. Practice from down for speed. Practice from here for practicality. It's still speed, and it shows you how fast it is. It's right here. If you come on this side, just to show you the side step. So I'm practicing from here, right? And step to the side, right? So okay. So don't move from here, right? So if he's strong, I don't get the angle, and I don't bring the kamsao all the way down, even from here, it's still effective. So from here, I would still check. So when I check, this hand sweeps in, and it could be a backhand. Okay, that's one way to do the check. But even faster, right? So he comes in, 1, 2. Okay, so this hand doesn't even pull in. So right from the check, right? So hand comes out, yeah, comes out, the block, and transfer right from there. Yeah. So we have our bahak, we have our pokes. You use whatever you want. Can be punch, can be, so go slowly. Yeah, go slowly. So 1, can shoot in from here. Right. I still got to watch out from there. Right. That hand is free, but I could. Right. If I wanted to do that, I'd probably come out more angle. So step to the side and then shoot in. Right. Because for him to catch me, he has to turn the body, right, from there. So that's where speed comes in. Right? So if the punch comes in, right, and I'm checking, yeah, you see him shift, and it's because if it come from this side, you watch where the check is. Okay? So the punch comes slowly. 1, if I catch here, right, it bends, but if you relax here, and step into me, yeah, and turn your waist, right, he can still fold into me, right? But it can still work. Sometimes I will catch from here. Okay? If I catch the forearm, so again it comes in, right? 1, I catch the forearm, same thing, you step into me a little bit harder, right? 1 less joint, right? Only elbow and shoulder, okay? So again, the punch comes in, 1, I catch the elbow and the forearm, he folds in. Yeah, he can turn, and he can do, say, like he wants to do a spinning thing, right? He has to get past this. But the idea is that as soon as, right, comes in, so 1, 2, 3, right? So, or if it's fast, it's going to be, right, 1, check, right, and right here. So before that, spin comes in already and catching here. Okay, left side, stomach and spleen, right, rib cage, from here, kidneys, right? And so if I'm catching here straight and he's spinning, right, it's disruptive, right? If I catch if I'm pushing you here and you spin, yeah, right, I'm spiraling you away from me actually, and I can feel you spinning. So over time, my habit is I tend to end up catching here. Not on the elbow, but actually a lot of times it's just above the elbow. Okay, if he folds his arm here, yeah, then that elbow, yeah, I'm protecting myself from the elbow. If he's stronger than me, right, I can still step out of the way. Okay, so this is all coming out of Cum Sau, right? Right hand or left hand. You can see I'm heavily right hand, but you got trained both. So again, he hands up, he jabs, 1, 2, right? Yeah, see, I catch here, he comes here. So this hand, if this hand doesn't connect here, right, you can still add that block. Okay? So this hand coming out, it can turn into a block if I need to from there, yeah? And then I can check again. Okay? So again, okay. So you can see how fast it's come. That's light, right? I'm not showing a lot of power, a lot of fist, but you can see how fast it comes, right? All right, so let's see, what else with the Cum Sau? So open hand, open palm. Cum Sau is about open hand, open palm. Cum Sau is cover, coming down, slapping down. Not so much this, but when you hold the mitt and you develop that full power, you can leave that on. You can see the disruption that something like Cum Sau can have to the body. Okay, so just holding from here, right? So if I come out and, right? So that's just standing. If I add my mapu, right? If I add step, yeah. Right? So you can see the body lunge a little bit, right? So when he starts presenting the punch, the body lunges. So that disrupts, it sends the power down. So as the body is coming forward, right? Well, I'm sorry, you okay? Yeah. Okay. So that's why you gotta have this hand here. So right from here, right, come right up. Right? Whatever that is, right? Poke, punch, grab, whatever that is. It can, if I'm close enough, right? If for some reason I get trapped way in like this, right? It can be a palm. Right? So you drop this hand down, right? So if for whatever reason, because you never know, right? You cannot say exactly how it's going to happen like this. If I'm up against a wall or trapped in people, it might be here, the check might be here, right from here. So it might not be 1, 2 strike, it might be right in from here, yeah? From here, and then palm again. So you transfer that palm to wherever you need it, right? Inside. Here. Now, not to go too much into it, but from open hand we have fist. So from Cum Sau you have fist, and we have 2 different punches. So these are now punches. We have Loi Kum Pak Mai. Loi Kum Pak Mai is straight down. So this plane over here. So coming from here, right? Loi Kum Pak Mai would be straight down. Right? It doesn't arc. In other words, it doesn't sweep side. It's not. It can sweep in if I turn my body. But basically, Loi Kum Pak Mai is right down. Yeah. So, Loi Kum Pak Mai is really breaking kind of punch. Right there, really like centered. Yeah. So you holding the mitt, you feel when it's done well. You should just feel that thud right in your palm. So. Just a relaxed fist. Okay? And then our other punch, which is considered probably our devastating punch, is Wang Chung Chai. Wang Chung Chai is twisting hammer punch, and Wang Chung Chai comes across the body like a crescent. And to develop that speed, we don't train from here, we train full horse from there to really get that full whipping power and development. But you don't want to have to fight down here. This is training horse. Right? Too wide, is slower, more exposed. Right? You don't have the fast, quick mobility. Right? So fighting horse is here. Same thing. If I slide, that foot shuffles. That's fighting horse. That's the difference. Training horse, if I slide, it's there. If I shuffle, it's still big. Yeah? So Wang Chung Chai, same place, Starts from here. I aim for my own palm and twist. And just drop this down, don't pull this back. Come across my body. Okay? Ends up over the knee, maybe just past. And it's a twisting, everything drops in place. There's a spiral, nice spiral. So let's see, come on this side. You can see a different angle from here. Yeah. So after a while, you gotta trade because as strong as you are, right? It takes a beating, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the lesson. Go back a little bit about when you're holding the mitt, you're not just dummy, right? You're training too. So before we started the video, Ted and I were talking. I said, you hold the mitt. You know, people want to challenge, and you want to hold this as strong as possible, right? Not give anything to see how strong I am. If I have penetrating power, it's going to penetrate, but that doesn't develop you properly. Okay, holding the mitt. So I know people don't get it when I used to do it, but you ride the punch. You let it go. Because all that power coming down from your partner, whether they're small or they're huge, small power or huge power, if you don't let it go, you're absorbing that. So if the penetration, the whipping power is really good, right, then it's going to send shock waves through all of his ligaments and tendons inside the bone marrow. It's going to start screwing up ligaments, tendons, and the joints. That's not how you fight, right? You don't want to just take everything. That's attrition. So you learn to ride. You learn to ride it. You learn to let it go, not swing out of control, but you learn to let it go, and that's development, right? Yeah. So you just learn to let it go. That way, I can go full power, right? And he's not absorbing all that strength, all that chi direct. He's riding it. Right? So it's actually can be beneficial to him. Yeah. Yeah. So the other part of riding it is learn to let your whole body turn. Yeah. So feel what that energy is doing. Yeah. Is it only the hand, or you're going to let the whole body swing? Yeah. That way, he's not resisting it. I can still train properly, and he's actually training properly, right? So if he spars or something and he feels something, he has an option, right? In other words, right? If he's here and his partner is pushing this kind of energy, right? See how it goes right into him, right? If he maintains the structure and he lets his whole body ride, turn, yeah, he can trip me with this leg, right? As I'm coming through, or you can do something. And then watch what happens with this hand automatically if the whole body rides that energy, right? Boom. So he's using my power, whipping it back through his shoulders, through his arm, to here, right? I'm initiating this strike. Yeah, see? So you learn without talking about push hands. That's what you're doing. So it doesn't look like push hands. But if you do it properly, it's a form of push hands. Yeah, you're learning. Everybody else just holding the mitt, right? You're feeling, you're riding, you're going with your body, you're turning. Okay. All right. So anyway, getting back to the application. So open hand, kamsao, right? Right. You can see how the body jumps forward, comes forward, and closed fist, Wang Chung Chai, or Lord Kumpak, my straight down from here. This hand always from here. Okay. And probably our basic applications, there's so many things you can do, but probably our main applications, if left hand, yeah, you go slowly. If left hand, if I come here, eyes, right? Or if yeah, Cum Sau, again, left hand slowly from here, can shoot right in, right? So whatever your punch is, but you can shoot right in. Leave this hand down, leave this hand on the side. So come down from here, right? It can be, you're just going to ride right here. So if he lifts his hand, If you lift the hand, I'm just going to ride straight up. So center line, right? Whatever you train, I'm not going to talk about where I would punch right now, except we all know center line, right? But you can go there. If from can be backhand, so yeah, so punch comes in from here, can be backhand from there. So backhand kwak in can come out of Cum Sau, open hand, right? So one there, yeah, see, you gotta block this in. Or it can come out of Wang Chung, because Wang Chung twists, right? It just naturally comes out, right? So slowly it comes out, Wang Chung, right? And then step in, check, and kwa. Okay? So when I do it for real, I'm either going to, at the least, I'm going to turn my waist, but I'm probably going to step up a little bit and shuffle and come up. And then again, not even going to talk about follow-throughs. I'll just give you one example, right? They just flow. So the left hand comes, Wang Chung, right? Kwa, and drop down, and then come up from there, yeah? From there. So you can see all these follow-throughs, whatever you learn, you just start adding them, and you look for them from there. Okay, and although I'm heavily right-handed, I know I got to train the left hand too. So yeah, we just go slowly. Yeah, he decided not to pad it, but yeah. So he jabs with his right hand, right? I still have to practice kamsao from here. This hand coming up. So you want to practice both sides. Yeah, you never know, right? And the situation you might just be in the perfect place where that's the way it is, right? But if you never practice it, you're like, oh wait, I gotta switch. It's like watching those movies. Hey, wait, I gotta take my shoes off. Go ahead, take your shoes off. Right? You gotta be ready. Okay, so that's a quick on kamsao with a little bit of Wang Chung Chai. Thank you, Ted.